Hey there. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Welcome into the Ben Maynard program. Thanks for being here. Before we get started, look at this right here. All right. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. As you guys know, this program is available wherever you get your podcasts. Wherever you're streaming your podcast, just search the Ben Maynard program. Boom, it's right there. Go with it. Do me a favor, though. Subscribe to it, okay? Subscribe to it. That way, when new episodes drop, you get notification, okay? You can also leave me a 5-star rating if you'd like, because I deserve it. But if you can't resist some of this right here, and today, a little bit of that too, and you're watching on YouTube, then thank you very much. But you have to do a few things for me. Of course, you have to subscribe to the channel. You have to hit the notification bell. Why? Because you get notifications every time new episodes drop. Then you have to give me a thumbs up and you got to leave a comment. I love your comments and I reply to all your comments. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram, simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word. Or you can also follow me on the TikTok. Yes, I said the TikTok, okay? It's see, when you're old like me, people used to say like the Google and that type of stuff. So it's kind of an inside joke. So for you youngsters out there, you don't get it. You just think I'm old. But you can follow me on the TikTok at the Ben Maynard Program. Okay, all one word. So with that, there are plenty of ways to take in this show for your dancing and listening pleasure. And with that, my guest today is a Southern California country singer, songwriter, blending the heart of 90s country with a bold modern edge. And it really is a great pleasure to welcome into the studio, Ashley Felton. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, no, I greatly appreciate it. And when I say busy schedule, people, like 150 plus shows a year busy. So, yeah, so thank you so much.
It's been a very blessed year.
Wow, that's great. So, okay. I think we're probably going to cover quite a bit. So let's start right here. Your shows blend a mix of modern country and like 90s throwback as well, and some of your original material as well, right? So talk about that. Talk about that kind of that blend there.
Yeah. So I grew up on 90s country, like my heart, soul, everything, with a mix with modern country now. And so when I am writing songs or, I've got some big influences between, Tina Carter, which is 90s country, Sarah Evans, and a mix of like Kelsey Ballerini and Lainey Wilson, I would say, somewhere in between there. But then, when we play live shows, I not only love to play what I love to play, but I love to play what they want to hear. So I know you guys came to a show and we love taking requests and doing, kind of like the Nashville style thing here, because we don't really have that. And we've never really seen other artists really do that. Everybody's got a set list that they'll go off of and they'll just do their thing. But to kind of play to, the crowd and the people and give them what they want, like that fills me up more than anything else.
Well, just to bring the audience into it a little bit, this is, let me get this off the screen. You guys can't see it, but I can. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do this too. And you guys can't tell either, but I'm making the screen much larger so that Ashley and I can get a real good look at ourselves.
Right. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah. So, well, it's okay for you. I don't mind looking at you. Nobody wants to see me. So just to bring you guys into this a little bit, this is how Ashley came onto my radar. Catherine had gone to see a show over the summer, and then she comes home and tells me about this great female vocalist, and she's wonderful, great voice, all this good stuff. And a couple 3 weeks ago, she's following Ashley on Instagram, and she gets her phone and she shows me the Instagram post. She says, "Oh no, this is the girl I was telling you about. This girl I was telling you about. She's going to be at such and such tonight." And I said, "Okay, let's go." So It's a little place here, local place called Happy Hour Saloon. And when I say a little place, I mean it's little. It's not much bigger than this studio, and most of you have not been in the studio, but if you have, you know. But it's a great little place. I hate to use the word because it's like so Gen Z, the vibe.
The vibe.
But
I don't even use that word.
I know, but it has let's change that.
But it does.
It's got a great atmosphere.
It has a great atmosphere.
It does.
It's
it really does.
Our local neighborhood bar,
Yeah.
and it's so cute, and it's all decorated perfectly for Christmas right now. It's like
It
you walk in, and
is.
it's like a Hallmark movie has thrown up.
It's just
so cute.
Yes. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great. And so Catherine and I went to go see the show, and we got lucky and sat right up front. I mean, so close that I could scare Ashley. I think she was getting a little scared because I wouldn't take my eyes off of her.
No.
And she's probably like, who's this freaky old guy just looking at me? But I love live music, and what I appreciate is the pouring out of an artist when they're on stage. I'll take it this direction. I was kind of saving this for later, but for me, because I'm so much older than you, Ashley, and in today's world, when it comes to consuming music, they have such short attention spans. You go on whatever streaming platform, most people don't own physical music anymore.
Right.
Now I have some of my vinyl right here behind us, only some, but I have a huge CD collection as well because I like physical music, even though I don't have a CD player in my truck. But so that's how I was brought up listening to music. You put on your 12-inch record and you sit there for the next 35 minutes or 40 minutes, however long it is, and you look at the cover, you read the liner notes, and you listen from song 1 to song 10.
Yep.
And now people go on whatever streaming service they use and they click on a song and they listen to about 20 seconds of it. Oh, the next one.
Yep.
Or if they do listen to the whole song, they skip and go to a different song, or they'll just put a playlist together of multiple artists. Yep. And so I don't know where I was going with this, but for me, when I would go see a live show, I'd go see my favorite artists. They have a new record, they're touring. I want to hear the new stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course,
I want to hear the new stuff. Nobody wants to hear new stuff anymore.
Nobody wants to hear new stuff.
They don't. They don't want to hear new stuff anymore. And even people of my age group, my demographic now, they've gotten so turned away from how they grew up consuming music that they don't want to hear the new stuff either. All they want to hear is, oh yeah, when I was 17 years old, this is my favorite song from this band. And that's all they want to hear. And I noticed when we saw you, and and you're doing covers and you're doing some, you're taking requests and that kind of thing. And I completely understand that. And I remember you said something to the crowd, like, hey, so what do you guys want to hear next? And because I know you're trying to bring the crowd into it too.
Always,
you got to bring them and make them feel a part of it too. And I looked at you and I said, well, I want to hear some Ashley Felton. And you're like, what? You want to hear my stuff?
It's so funny because I'll get like, a couple people each show that are like, no, I want to hear this specific song from you, or I want to hear something new, or I want to hear something unreleased. Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so nice, because it's like, that's my point. Like nobody wants to hear somebody's original stuff. There's a lot of people that don't, right? They want to hear the songs that they are familiar with. And so, but I've been very blessed the last couple of years to have people that pay me to play my songs. Yeah. And that part is, still a little bit, unreal sometimes, like when you said that, I'm like, really? Wait, you want to hear my
song?
Okay. Yeah, I would love to.
Of course I do. Yeah. So okay. Before we move on. So then you have some original material out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell people where they can find your music.
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, all Pandora, all the streaming things. I don't know, when we put it out for our distributor, there's so many things that I'm not even familiar with ever listening to before,
Right.
but it's out on everywhere. YouTube, you can snag my music anywhere. And then we've done a music video most recently this year. That's also on YouTube and Apple Music.
I didn't get to watch it, but I noticed it on your website. It's not that you had that. Yeah.
That was really,
I'm like, I got prep
really
for the show.
Fun and very unexpected to do that. But I had a friend that was like, this song needs a video and we're going to shoot it. And I'm like, what do you mean we're going to shoot it? And so, he comes back to me with this whole storyline all mapped out. And he's like, okay, we need a really awesome dive bar and we need a really cute young couple. So make those two things happen and we'll do it. And don't worry about the pay. Don't worry about anything like that. We're just going to do it.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. So I did. We got Mavericks and Norco.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The best diving bar
such
ever.
A dive
right?
bar, yes.
And then, this really adorable couple, that stuck through all day long with us. And you'll have to go watch it because the things that they did, like they're so cute. They're so perfect.
No,
they're an engaged couple and they just got married.
Yeah.
And, I love them.
No, I will go see it. And especially so I could see Mavericks, because it is true. It's such a dive bar. The parking lot is still dirt.
The best.
Okay, but it's great. Yeah, it's great.
That's my favorite.
That's great.
My favorite.
Okay, so now you mentioned something. So when you distribute your music, do you send it to one service and then they service it to all the? Okay, that's very similar to the way. Actually, not similar. It's exactly the way I do my podcast. Is that I have a service for the audio,
correct,
Buzzsprout, and I just upload it to them and then they just send it everywhere.
Push it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Which is actually, it's great.
Yes.
Because then it's all done for you.
Yep. It hits all the pieces that you don't even think of.
Exactly. Because there are so many different streaming services for podcasts. There's countless. And when I first started this, I would have a list. I'd have a dry easel board right there and I have a list. And I'd go through like 10 of them. I'm like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Just wherever.
No, it's great. Yeah.
Wherever.
They just push it all out.
That's good. Perfect. That's great. That's great. So you covered some of your influences. Any other influences that you have, or you get your inspiration either for performing, for singing, for songwriting, whatever it might be?
There's a when you're in this, and I feel like I've been doing this for a little over 2.5 years, so not too long. Happy Hour Saloon was actually the first place that ever gave me an opportunity to play live, and I was sick to my stomach and so nervous. I don't think I ate all day because I was so nervous about it. But once you're kind of plugged into the scene, the scene is pretty small, right? There's a solid group of us independent artists that have now grown together, watched each other, learned from each other, and so I feel like they're a huge part of an influence for me too, because we're all trying to, have the same goal with supporting each other.
Okay.
And, you work with a lot of people, and it's kind of a funny industry because nobody really wants to tell you how to do it, right? They don't want to tell you any of like their things that they've figured out, or, how to get band members, right? Or the pay aspect and budgeting, or merch stuff, or, all the things that somebody has already done. They want to gatekeep that for some reason. So, and I'm the total opposite. I'm like, oh, you want to do this too? Everybody should be doing this. Like, let me tell you all about it. There's been a couple artists that have come through and they've wanted to do the same thing. And I was like, absolutely, you should. And so my guitarist, actually, Mirko, he has now been helping and supporting some other artists too because of that. So I'm all about sharing the wealth, and so I've been really grateful with this group of independent artists. Actually, the majority of them are on the bill for the House of Blues show at the House of Blues, California.
if you're in Southern California, House of Blues, Anaheim, go right ahead.
December 17th,
Yeah.
like California Country Christmas event. And
Yeah.
so there's 15 plus of us, independent artists that are coming together to support Spark of Love, as well as Casa Youth Shelter. They're the two charities that are being focused on this year that they're doing this. This is the 10th annual one. And so I've been really grateful to be asked to be a part of it. And so, yeah, we're really excited about it, but a bunch of us independent artists are going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And, everybody's got their strengths in this. And so actually an artist named Chris Merrill, he is local, Redlands, and he actually reached out to us a few weeks back to have a writer's camp, a writer's getaway. And so
songwriters.
Songwriters getaway.
Okay.
And so this is like the third one that they've done that I wasn't able to go to it, but they sit around and they write these songs and they have this little showcase the very last day, and everybody's welcome to come up, and they've got a photographer and a band and all this kind of stuff, and they just make it happen, and they write really great hits out of it. And so just playing and learning from everybody. I would say that that's really one of the biggest influences for me.
That's great.
Right now. Yeah. It's very cool.
So is that like it's all country music, right?
Yes.
So it's like a country music fantasy camp.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
People can
it's
just
cool.
kind of come together, collaborate a little bit. I was going to ask you, like your writing process, and I said this before, so forgive me, people. Okay. But, like some of the greatest songs ever written were written on the back of a bar napkin in 15 minutes. And then other ones were labored over for sometimes years.
Mm-hmm.
So does it come easy to you? Do you kind of focus on real life situations, or do you just like, oh yeah, this all sounds good, and I just throw a bunch of words that sound good together?
A little bit of all of
Okay.
that.
All right.
I would say most of my songwriting is like done in the car by myself, right? Where there's I'm like messing with something, and
Okay.
I write the lyrics and the melody at the same time.
Okay.
I cannot play music very well at all, but I have the melody in mind. And so, so I'll usually write that simultaneously, either a verse or a chorus. And then I'll kind of just put it in my notes and do a voice memo, so I remember the melody.
I was going to bring up the voice memo.
The amount of voice memos that I have, you would be amazed. And then some of them sit there, and other ones I'll finish and think like, okay, if I like it long enough, that's my thing, right? Like if I love this song for a long period of time, this is one that I'm going to consider recording and putting out. I also always will take the song, and I will always play the unreleased stuff at shows first to kind of see their reaction. Yeah. And I think I shared that at Happy Hour Saloon. It's like, okay, do you guys like this one? What do you guys think? Because recording a song is a lot of money, a lot of time. I mean, you're talking anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a song, right?
Wow.
So it's you gotta really love what you're doing.
Sure.
And love it enough to where you think that other people will love it, because as much as this is my passion, you're spending that money, it better be somebody else that likes it too.
Well, here's something that you bring up, and we're going to kind of steer it back to the business side of music. And remember, people, there's two words. There's music and business, and they're both very different. And the business side really makes the music side difficult. So you just mentioned the cost in recording just one song, $2,000 to $3,000. Well, in today's climate, back when I was your age, back when I was a lot younger, let's just say an artist did spend $2,000 to $3,000 to record a song, and actually they probably used to spend a lot more back then. Record companies would front the money, artists would record, then they would recoup their investment through the sales of the record. The thing is nobody buys anything anymore.
Right.
So if the artist has to go out and spend $2,000 to $3,000 to record a song, and there's no way to sell it, yes, you can still buy stuff on the streaming services, but no one does. They always listen to it for free. Or they pay their, $10 a month or whatever, and get to listen to whatever it is they want to listen to. So you're getting literally pennies, and that is
Literally
no joke,
pennies.
pennies. And to get some of these pennies, it takes a lot of streams on each song. So, I know the stuff that you have out now, and it's been out for a couple of, well, you have one track that's been out for a couple of years now, actually going probably like 2.5 years, and another track for about 1.5 years, and then you released one back in, I think, May of this year, and then one just at the end of September. So I guarantee you still haven't recouped your money on your investment on those.
Yeah, no, of course not. And sadly, nobody is in the music industry for the money. There's no way, because that's not a thing, right?
Yeah.
But the stuff that fills our cup is people wanting to listen to it, people coming to the shows. I know a lot of artists that just record and don't play shows, right? So like I recoup in that way. Quite a bit. We have our merch sales, which we're very grateful for, and it's been a great year for that. So that helps a lot.
Right.
And honestly, it just goes from, I save up the money before I put it out there. Right. So, there's a fund going at the same time with all of that. So, that's been, we definitely don't do it for the money.
Well, the thing is,
but very grateful. Ahead. Yeah. But very, very grateful for the amount of people that do listen to it.
Yeah. And of course. And now artists, where they used to tour to support the record, now an artist has to tour and play live just to make a living.
Sure.
And it's at all levels in this business. Again, business. It doesn't matter if you're playing a club, if you're playing a theater, if you're playing an arena, or even stadium level. You are touring to make a living. You make your money off of your live shows. You make a living off of your merch sales, that type of stuff. You don't make any money off of your physical product anymore, which is a shame, because that's where the love goes. The love goes into,
that's why we do it.
Yeah, the love goes into the songwriting and the recording and the putting out of the material. And then you get to share it with everybody when you play live. And that's what I like. Yeah. I want to hear what the artist has to share. And so even going to see any kind of classic artist there is, that, and there's still some of my favorite bands out there that will put out music 40 and 50 years later, because they say, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I'm a songwriter. I'm a musician. Yeah. This is what I do. But when you go see them live, and then they go, hey, we're going to play a new song from our latest album. And 25% of the crowd goes to the hot dog stand or the bathroom or whatever, get a beer, that kind of thing. And I'm there the whole time. I don't get up for anything other than to stand on my feet. That's it. I don't get up and leave a show. When the show starts, I'm there from the beginning to the end. And I don't know, maybe I'm just an oddball in that, but
no, I'm the same way, but yeah, music lovers,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Authentic.
Yeah. So did you, we'll try to get out of the music business for a little bit. Sorry. And I'll try not to be preachy and, you said but you play a little bit, right? Well, you were like, I don't really play very well.
I do not play very well. And anybody that follows me knows my journey and not playing very well. Okay. But Yeah, I can play a little bit of acoustic guitar.
Okay, but
Just enough usually
Yeah.
to be able to write a song.
yeah,
And so then
there
I'll
you
have
go.
this idea, I'll have the chords idea for the most part. There's a few songs that like we just finished up that I'm like, I've got the melody, but I have no idea how to play this at all. So I work with one of my guitarists, Taylor Jascott. He's so amazing. He's so talented. And so
Yeah.
we'll get together every once in a while and be like, okay, can we bust this out? And literally within an hour, we've got 2 or 3 songs that
Wow,
are
that's
finalized
great.
and done. So yeah, he's amazing. But where was I going with this?
We were talking
Instruments.
about
No, I cannot play. I would love to. And I tell myself every year,
Yeah.
10 minutes a day. That's what they
Yeah.
say. I've got a keyboard and I've got an acoustic guitar. And so it's, I'll mess around with it. I know there was a post just recently to where I was on like my Leanne Rimes kick for the day. And so it started with like me doing in the dishes, in the kitchen. And I'm like, this is such a jam. And then I'm like, okay, this is how my brain works. So then I go and I'll pull it up and I'll try to play it on my acoustic guitar. And I'm like, okay, this is okay. Now let's see if we can do it on the keyboard. And I'm like, okay, this sounds good. And so it's just like my brain totally like, because I want to so bad. I wish that I could just bust it out. But no, I'm very, I know enough to write a song.
That's
I know
okay.
enough to be able to grab some chords maybe and bust through something. But most recently one of my guitarists was like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. So like you're gonna have to take over. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like I've got this, right? I go on and I'm like, nope, I don't got this. I'm like strumming through. I think a little kid had just requested like a bar song, right, by Shabuzi. I'm like, oh, I know that one. Like I've played it at home before, I start doing it and singing and doing that in front of somebody live that requested the song. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I couldn't wait anymore. So he came back from the bathroom. He's like watching me die. And I'm like, no, you need to come back.
Yeah.
Back up here.
Yeah. No.
But I try.
Well,
my kids want to start taking lessons at the Rock Stars of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll jump in on that and we'll all 3 go do it together.
Yeah, there's the one in Corona.
Yeah,
actually,
one in Corona,
not far
one
from,
in Chino.
Not far from
Yeah,
Mavericks.
there's quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can run up in the attic and grab my acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. We'll save everybody.
Yeah.
Feel free to watch my like pre-recorded. By the 17th time is like when I'll probably post something that I can play guitar.
So did you grow up in a musical household? I mean, was your family musical? Did they like music, play instrument, anything like that?
90s country was always on. Country radio was always on. K-Frog since I was a kid.
Gotcha.
Go Country.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
All the time. My mom is a songwriter. She's kind of backed away from it, for a while now. But when I was a kid, she would fly back and forth to Nashville. Her and one of her friends, Kimberly Moses, she actually, they had written some songs together. And actually on one of her demos is Gretchen Wilson singing.
Nice.
Singing on her demo. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. Well, wait, you just name checked Kimberly. So let's get your mom's name out here too. Just, my mom.
Yeah. Stacy Moquin.
There we go.
There you go. She, she still does, that's like her therapy. She'll songwrite or she'll send me something and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And we definitely have very different songwriting styles on what's something that I would perform, but I'll take a little piece of it and try to like do something with it. But for me with songwriting, like it needs to feel and it needs to hit. I've co-wrote a song. Actually, that's a lie. Craig Reeder is a gentleman.
Liar.
I am totally lying. Craig Reeder, he's an amazing songwriter.
Yeah.
I met him at Happy Hour Saloon. This place, man, this is the place. You
This
guys
is the
gotta go to
happening
Happy Hour
place.
Saloon. He had sent me a song a little over a year ago called Two
Step. Yeah.
And so
Jinx, you owe me a soda, by the way. Okay.
So he and I get a lot of messages about songs that they've written and they think that I would be really great on. which is very interesting. I don't know if other artists get this or not, but I probably have like 15 plus songs in my DMs right now of other people that have written songs and think that like they would be a good fit for me. And I think that's amazing. And I'm so grateful. Like, please send me whatever you want. But there, it has to be really, it has to hit me, right?
It does.
To really do something with it. Plus, I really love to write my own stuff, right? So unless it kind of falls in that same, space, then it's really hard to give my time to. And I know you mentioned before, like busyness. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I'm a mom of 2 boys. I'm a special education teacher for Corona Norco. And so like the amount of time, and then doing this, as a full-time job.
Yeah.
Is a lot. So yeah, it definitely has to like tug at me pretty solid. But Craig's song, and he was so persistent about it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get my guitar that I don't know how to play. And I'm going to bust this out. And I was like, okay, within probably 20 minutes, I had this song written and made some tweaks to it. And because it's somebody else's song, and I think that's the hardest part for me about also accepting somebody's song, is like doing it the way that they envision it happening is kind of a lot of pressure. And so, we have our own expectations of our own songs and things like that, not always the easiest to articulate, but we can present it the way that we would like to. With him is like, okay, I hope I'm doing this well. Like, am I making you proud? This is your baby that you've written, right? Yeah. So, he came over one afternoon and I was like, okay, this is what I've got. What do you think? And he was just like, it's perfect.
All right.
My gosh. Okay.
But it is a really good song.
It's so fun.
It is. It's a fun song. And let me try to remember like one line from it's like, let's 2-step to the bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, cover my ears.
Yeah, let's go. Like that's so fun. It's so cute. It's a cute song. It is. That's the one that we did the music video for at Mavericks.
Right.
And so, so I was really, really grateful to have him keep pushing me on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I can understand too, if, for an artist, especially one that wants to, present their own material, you want to be the one writing, the lyric. You want to be writing the music and that kind of stuff. Because you feel like it has to come from me. But, song collaboration is really good. Ergo your country fantasy camp,
totally,
totally. But also, but I can see too where an artist is like, well, somebody presents you with a song idea, not just an idea, because sometimes it's just, hey, I got this title or I got this line.
Right. And I think that would be easier to accept.
Right. Instead of somebody giving you a whole fully written song, 3, 2 verses, a chorus, and a bridge, and another verse, and a ending chorus, and whatever. And then they got the melody out and everything else. It's like, here, boom, do it. Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah. When I have the time to sit down and like look at them, the people that are sending me these things are so nice.
Yeah.
And their stuff's really good.
And I'm sure,
it's just trying to take it and then and they're always so nice, right? They're like, here's this idea, here's the whole song, but make it your own. And it's like, okay, okay, no pressure. And
then you go make it your own. You change this word, change this line, change the chorus completely. The melody is totally different. And they're like, wait a minute.
Hard.
I don't even recognize that song.
I never want to do that. So it's like, I'm totally to a fault, like a people pleaser. And so I feel like that's a lot of pressure to take something that somebody else has created.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that one. So let's go back to the beginning. All right. Where did it all begin for you besides hearing K-Frog in the house when you were growing up and all the 90s country and all that? It's so funny. 90s country. It sounds this sounds like yesterday to me.
Yeah. But sounds like my today in my car right now.
But because I had mentioned to you at the show, it's funny. So Ashley's she's got kind of a basic set list that she's going to play during her show, and And then she's going to open it up to the crowd as well, for requests, that kind of stuff, which comes with some cash. Okay, you got to bring the cash for those requests. All right. You got to feed the musician. Come on. So Ashley says, "Oh, well, so like, what do you guys want to hear?" And so I think this was after I said, "Well, I want to hear some Ashley Felton." Then later on, I said, "Well, can you play some like Ronnie Millsap?" And she's like, "What?" It was almost like it wasn't. You didn't, but it was like, "Who's Ronnie Millsap, old guy?" And
what about anything else?
What about this? Yeah, what is this? Some Kenny Rogers. What about some Dolly Parton? She said, "Well, I could do some Dolly Parton." And actually, I wanted her and Mirko, her guitar player, I wanted them to do Islands in the Stream, but they didn't.
I love that song.
It's a great.
I love that song.
It's a sweet song.
Myself and another local independent artist, Matt Kerner. He actually opened up at Boots in the Park this year. Okay. And the Smoke Fest. Him and I will sing that song, and it's fun. That one, and there's another one by Johnny Cash in June. What's that?
Oh, wait.
I'm blanking.
Yeah, me too. It'll come back.
Jackson.
There you go. Oh, yes.
My son's name. How could I forget? Yeah, we do that one really fun. We
got married in a fever.
Hotter than a pepper sprout.
I'm not singing anymore.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, we could do that right now. You want to do Islands in the Stream together? That's what we should be doing.
See, we could.
So fun.
That would be so fun.
Okay, well, I'm here for it when you're ready.
All right, cool. Excellent. All right. So besides the 90s, besides hearing the music around the house, where did it begin from you? Like when is there a moment you can look back on and you can say, that was the moment when the music got me right here, and I felt it, and that was it. I was done.
Okay. I've always loved music.
Yeah.
Always. Karaoke was my jam, doing this live. It never, you always dream when you're a kid, like, oh yeah, when I grow up, I'm going to be a singer. Right. Yeah. But putting all those things into play was definitely not in the cards for me.
Yeah.
I got married and had babies pretty young. I busted through school, got my master's, wanted to do something working with students with special needs. And so I was like, okay, being a special ed teacher would put me on the same schedule as my kids eventually when they're school aged, all the things. So I really focused on busting that out so I could just have a really good foundation and be financially supporting my family.
Yeah.
We went to a wedding in Nashville a few years back. And so it was my first time going, and it was
good for you because I haven't been yet. But
you have to go.
I know.
Okay.
Catherine went back in, I think, September. It was a girls' trip to Nashville, and she absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
I
you'll cry on the plane ride home I did because I'm like, I never want to leave here. But we went there, and we went into a bar, and my one of our friends had said, hey, I'm gonna go tip this guy $20 and see if he'll let you sing Picture with him by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock.
Okay. And
I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Right. A couple drinks in. I'm like, yes, that sounds awesome. The guy says, absolutely not. And so he's like, sorry, we can't have people up here and stuff. That's a rule in Nashville, which I get it and I understand. And so he's like, come on, man, how about $20 and 2 whiskey shots? And the guy's like, all right, come on. So we get up, and I have a video to this day of us singing at a little bar called Famous. That's right off of Broadway there.
Yeah.
And I came home, we posted it. This same friend kept bugging Happy Hour Saloon, and they finally said, okay, sure. We'll give her a chance to play. And so that's really where it started. And like I said, I was so nervous. I think for probably the first 4 months of doing this, I was so nervous. But we played one show, and then we played another show, and then a place in Anaheim Hills reached out, and then it just was this snowball. And I think once I did it, and how much I loved it, I think I reached out to places for about 4 months before they started reaching out. And so now it's just been
Now it's 150 plus shows.
No,
you know?
I just counted 178 this year so
Wow.
far. And we're not done this month. And
Wow.
so, yeah, reflecting back on that is pretty wild.
And I mean, come on, to have a full-time job as well. So like you had said, you have two full-time jobs. That's just bananas.
But like the best full-time job. Like people ask me all the time, like, will you ever leave teaching? And I'm like, the offer would have to be really good for me to leave teaching, right? There's my retirement there. Well, my schedule, like I can't beat. I'm done by 2:15 every single day. I've got all this time off for summers and you know, we've got 3 weeks at winter break coming up. Thank the Lord in just a couple weeks. And so, it's, I don't know. God had his hand in all of this.
Yeah. Sure. And to leave that profession, like you said, you've got a pension and all that stuff too. So it's just, and because the music business is what it is. And, you also have what, depending on the type of show that you play, you have band members that have to be paid as well. You have all that stuff to do. And unless you're playing, to a lot of people every night, and thousands of people every night, come on, it's going to be difficult. And there are a lot of artists out there that are playing to thousands of people every night, and they still struggle. Yeah. So if you can do two things that you love, for a little bit anyway. Totally. You're still young.
Yeah, so I'm all for the ride. You know, wherever this journey's taking me, I'm here for it.
No, it's great. Yeah. It's great. I know you talked about, envisioning yourself like, playing in front of people. And I remember, I'm not going to tell the story, people. I remember I've told my moment when music just grabbed a hold and that was it. 'Cause I am just a tremendous music lover, but I do, shortly after that moment, my parents had bought my brother and I acoustic guitars for Christmas. They were plastic bodied, but they had real strings. They had real steel strings on them. There was that I do remember. And I would stand in our family room and I would put on, I used to have this, Johnny Whitaker, who was a child actor, and he had done some television shows and all that. And he released an album, all kiddie songs and stuff. But I put this album on in my family room, and I would strum the guitar, of course, not knowing what I was doing. But then I also pretended all my little girlfriends from elementary school, like second and third graders, were out there watching. So that's what for the longest time. Or I would grab my mom's hairbrush and I was singing to the hairbrush and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. When I was my dad built a stage in my room when I was a kid. And so my bed was actually a trundle. It would come out from under and pop up at night. Yeah. And put down. So this was like my performance space.
Nice.
And my best friend Desiree, she lived across the street. We would put on the best concerts and we make the flyers and put them on everybody's mailbox. And we have all of our stuffed animals lined up. And then some of the neighborhood kids come in and we had our little Britney Spears headsets on, right? I had every instrument there. I've got my drum set over here. We had it all. My dad went all out. Nice. And even on the stage, I had like the LED strips that are like this, right? Like at the time, it was rope lights. He literally built rope lights into the front of the stage. You just flick them on. It was the coolest room. I need to find a picture of that because that is that was me as a kid.
And put that one on your website.
Oh yeah. I will totally find a picture of that.
There you go.
But, the best.
Yeah. Growing up, I was in 3 bands. Of course, we never had one performance. We barely had any rehearsals. I was in the very first, I'll say it right here. I was in the very first ever Kiss tribute band.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
In the 70s, before a tribute band was ever a thing.
Yeah. Where's the content of that one?
Yeah. Well, my proof is in my Paul Stanley boots and my costume and stuff upstairs, up in the attic. But I can put on some mean makeup. I can really do it. But I remember I think it was in the 6th or 7th grade, I had a friend of mine, John, who, uh, he was a multi-instrumentalist. I loved, I was so envious. I'm envious of anyone
Same.
who can play anything. I'm envious of you. I don't care if you play 3 chords and that's it.
I'm not that cool.
Because, well, if that's not cool, then I am like way less than cool. But I'm so envious of people who play instruments because I don't. And I loved John because he played the keyboards, he played the trumpet. He was in the marching band in high school, and he always wanted to play drums. So it was like 6th or 7th grade. His parents bought him this beautiful lacquered black Premier drums. Oh, it's beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, you could like do your hair in the drums. You just the shine, and so being the everything's got to be big, go big or go home type thing. We grabbed cinder blocks out of his backyard and a sheet or 2 of plywood, and in his family room, I built a drum riser for him. So he had the drum riser in his family room, and I used to just love to watch him play. And of course, he was my drummer too. I say he was our drummer, but he was like, there was like only 2 guys that actually could play music, but just stuff like that. But yeah, you see, you go big or you go home, So I love it. Your dad was just, but he was making it happen for you way back when.
Yeah, they have always like really believed and been like the biggest supporters. Yeah. It's just, life kind of took some tolls here and there. And so, we're here, like, I guess, doing it now. Again, something that I just never anticipated this. And to look at where I was like a couple years ago, my best friend always reminds me of this. Yeah. She's like one of my biggest fans, and amazing. She's actually my inspiration for my song Girl Time. And so she's definitely, she always just helps me like reflect on that, when I'm like, but I want to do this, and she's like, don't you understand you're already doing it? Like, you're literally already doing it.
Yeah.
She sends me last night. She went to the Christmas country something with K-Frog that had like Tucker Whitmore.
Oh yeah. It was in Irvine.
And literally her text message, I can show you. She's like, I can't wait to see you on here on the stage next year. Like, she's always that person for me. That's just like, you're not done here. Your time is not done. And you are so much more than what you're doing right now. And it's just, it's so like nice. So nice.
But see, now, doesn't stuff like that, we all need somebody who is like our biggest fan, who is never going to let us be down. When you're down, it's like, nope. You got this, girl. You got this, boy. Whatever. And don't sweat this. And just like she said, you're going to be here next year. You're going to be doing this or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's so like cool. And it's not even just my best friend, who I feel like, to a fault kind of has to tell me things.
Yeah.
But also, like, people that have seen me at shows before that are now followers. Like, I just got a text message last week from a couple that comes dances at my shows all the time. They're the sweetest couple ever. So supportive. And she's wearing my Ashley Felton hat in Nashville. She's like, hey, I'm spreading the word out here for you. And you're going to be here. You deserve to be here. All the things. And so it's just so nice. And I love Nashville, but Nashville is very, it's very saturated, right? Everybody is there trying to do the exact same thing. Yeah. So I've been really grateful at how things have progressed with being in California. And, there is an organization called Nashville on the Coast that has been a really big supporter of us out here too, us Californians that are, really pushing to be a part of this country music industry. And, so that's really fun. We do writers rounds with them.
Yeah.
And so that's always fun because they appreciate all the original stuff, right? They want us to be able to showcase that. And so those are really fun that they put into.
Look, like I said, that's me. That's me. I want to hear an artist's, I want to hear what comes from their heart.
Yeah.
It's great to play It's great to do covers because there's always some great standards out there and just crowd favorites, that type of stuff. But
yeah, well, Nashville on the Coast, you'll have to follow them. You guys all have to follow them too. In March is when they do their week-long Nashville on the Coast Writers Round. And so there's a bunch of us that they have set up in a lineup. And they use a bunch of different venues all over Orange County mostly. And so, yeah, I'll be playing at Westwood Coast OC in March, and we'll be doing another writers round for some new original music.
What was that?
Westwood Coast
OC.
Yeah, that's in Costa Mesa, and with Nashville on the coast.
Good. I got to keep my eyes open for that one because I know we're going to next week's show. You know, Catherine and I say we want to go see you at the House of Blues.
Yep, we'll be at the House of Blues. She also mentioned she grabbed tickets to the Tiki Bar. That is in Newport, Costa Mesa area. Yep. And I'll be opening up for Daniel Bonte. And so this is very exciting for me because this is like our first real like ticketed event. You know, I've opened last year for Joe Nichols. Okay. And I've also opened for Clay Walker just a few months back. And so very grateful for that, which is also a ticketed event. But this one's a little different because we're going to get to focus on mostly our original stuff and playing all of that and seeing how that takes. And then of course throwing, in a few covers and a few hits that, the whole crowd loves.
Well, you got to fill out the set list. Yeah. So you have some new material though, right? Are you working on getting that put out?
Yeah. So this year I was able to go to, I work with my producer named Jesse Shirts. He's in South Carolina. Okay. So I went back this year and we did all 3 songs that we busted out. We started a little bit last year to be able to get the track going and everything. And then I went out there and recorded vocals and we had those all mastered and mixed. And so we've just been kind of like a staggered push out. My newest one, the last one that we'll be releasing this year will be on December 15th.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, right around the corner. It's called From the Start. And this is probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. I came home from Stagecoach and I sat down and our house was being remodeled. And so it was completely like empty and the acoustics in there were so cool. So I just like sat down on my floor. I think I have a video of it. I should like do a comparison between like where it came from and like where it's at now. Because that's always fun to like look back and reflect on too. Yeah. But From the Start is my newest single that'll be released on December 15th. And it's probably one of the most heart pulling for me to be, relating to people that, maybe grew up in maybe not the best household or maybe not had the most love given to them. And so when they go into a relationship, their heart is a little blocked and already hardened. And so the song called From the Start, one of the lines is, should have warned you from the start. Like you're easy to love. I'm harder to love. Oh, okay. So I should have warned you from the start is like, it's going to take a lot more patience with somebody like me that has had some scars, to kind of sift through and love on the way that we feel like we would hope, But so that'll be December 15th.
December 15th. That's next week, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that's great. Wait.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. It's about 10 days or so, something like that. Good. I got to keep my eyes out for that one and add it to my Ashley Felton playlist.
Yeah, please do.
I do. I have my Ashley Felton playlist. I love that. I do. Well, look, if I'm going to support somebody, I'm going to support them. And first off, I look, honestly, and I'm not just trying to stroke you because you're here and you did me a big favor by coming on the podcast and then coming in studio too. No. But you've got a wonderful voice. I told you the night we saw you, and I said it wrong the first time because I said, you have a really sweet voice. And I stopped and I said, no, it's not sweet. It's fantastic. It really, truly is.
Thank you.
Because I think sometimes you say sweet, and it might be taken as like kind of like light or dainty or something like that. And I don't want it to come off like that at all. No, it's just wonderful. You said something a few minutes ago, and you said the word that. And the way you said that word that reminded me of probably my favorite song of yours, and that's Give Me That.
Give me
And
that.
I love in the chorus the way you say that. And you're going to have to go listen to the song yourself.
Give Me That was so fun.
But it's the way you say it, the way you enunciate, and I really, really like that. You have such a wonderful voice, so you have a lot to offer and a lot to give people, a lot to.
Thank you.
You're just very, you're really interactive with everybody too, and I know that you have to be at this level. And probably most artists are at this level. And then as they get bigger and bigger, they get less and less of that. I don't see that coming from Ashley. I don't see that coming from Ashley.
You guys asked me when I came in, like, do you have a writer? Do you have like somebody that's gonna like give us some feedback on like what kind of water you like, or like what do you not want in your trail mix? And it's like, no, I could never. And you're not getting me water. I will get my water myself. And I'm very much so like that. Like, no, I cannot.
But you handle all your own business yourself, right? You don't have a booking agent. You don't have a manager. You don't have any of that stuff.
Correct.
You handle it all yourself.
Yes.
It's all like in-house. It's
everything's all in-house. And hence why it's a full-time second job. But I've had a lot of booking agents reach out and things like that. But it needs to make sense, there's so many pieces of it that needs to make sense, and going with the right person, and if they can get you to that next level that are aspiring. And so before all of this, I'm like, man, it would be so cool to play at Happy Hour Saloon. And then I did it. And then, man, it would be so cool to like open up for a national act, and I did it. It'd be so cool to play the Orange County Fair. We just got signed for 5 days all next year again.
Really?
So I did it, and we're doing it again.
You better let me know about that.
It'd be so cool to play the House of Blues. We're doing it in a couple of weeks. Like it's been a very fun journey.
Yeah. And we talked about it a little bit too. There can be a benefit to having a manager, a booking agent, those types of things. Mm-hmm. But to what you said, you're already doing some of this stuff that a booking agent is, that's what they're supposed to be doing. And it's not costing you anything. And of course, anybody that works for you, does something for you, it's going to take some money. And
I don't even have a problem, with the money part. It's just like, I'm paying somebody though, then to check my schedule.
Right.
I'm not really sure if that makes sense at this point in time. Right. I would love, social media is like such a big thing. The bane of my existence, but so necessary nowadays to have that, to feel like you're doing like the right thing.
Right.
So if there was anything that I probably invest in, it would be like some type of social media content, something.
I say the same thing. I say the same thing about doing what I do. Mm-hmm. I don't, this is a I don't want to say a one-man show. This is Catherine and I, we do everything in regards to this podcast. One, because I don't make any money on it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Look, I'm pushing to get some,
because we love it.
I do, because I do love it, and it's not because I like the sound of my own voice. I just like to hear myself talk.
Totally not the same thing at all. Yeah, totally.
But I have reached out trying to get sponsorships and that type of stuff, and something will happen one of these days, and it's fine. But yeah, social media can be very, very, very important, and that's, if there's one thing that I wish I could at this point afford an additional expense. Right. Would be that. Totally. Here, just
take
my content.
Would be great. Yep.
Take my content and make sure a million people see it.
Yeah, totally.
I don't care if just put it in front of a million eyes and ears, and great. So I wish I could do that, and maybe one of these days I will. Who knows? Or maybe one of these days I'll just get smart enough to be able to do it myself. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. When I first started out, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have like my family page, like my personal page, right? And I'm going to have like a professional music page. And I'm like, no, that's not even me. You know, like that's not even me. Like me is my family.
Yeah.
Me is my, you know, first job and my passion for working with special needs students. That is all of me. So I decided to delete the professional page. And I'm like, no, this is me. And if they don't like it, they don't
Everything
need to,
just goes right
they
here.
don't need to follow me.
Oh, that's
but I'm
great.
an open book. And I think that that's so fun to see from other people. So, you know, it's just a personal choice.
It's good to be genuine.
Yeah.
You know, just and yeah,
not
just
going to put a front on
being yourself. Right. Yeah. Not that I'm any big deal, but this is the same thing. I don't separate anything. No, this is it right here. So I am who I am, and you know, you're gonna like it or not. But all right, so tell me a little bit more about. Well, not tell me more, but this show coming up at House of Blues. What's the cost to get in?
Okay, $10 with an unwrapped toy because we're donating to the Sparks of Love charity. Yeah, $10. Come.
$10 for a ticket, plus you got to bring an unwrapped toy.
Yeah, it's almost cheaper than a beer. Like, come, it'll be so fun, and it's for all ages. So, like, bring your family. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like my favorite part. It's like there's gonna be like so many fun kids there.
Are your kids gonna be there?
My kids are gonna be there.
Oh, good, good.
They're excited.
I'd love to meet them.
Yeah, they love that. They were able to come with me to the Clay Walker show too, and actually meet him afterwards. And he so cool, just so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, no. So it's December 14th. Is that what
17th.
It was? 17th.
Yep. December 17th.
I should have wrote it down.
That's okay. No, December 17th, House of Blues, Anaheim. Go get your ticket.
So if you are here in the Southern California area, let's load that place up. All right. I think House of Blues, they'll usually they'll fit anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 people. Let's just fill it up. Come on. Yeah. All right.
So fun.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a lot of fun, and we'll be there.
Yay.
And knowing me, I'll be front and center right there, scaring you.
I'll see you. I'll be like,
you better bring your your hat. You better be wearing your trucker hat.
Oh yeah, totally.
Now, see,
you know what? I'll take a picture backstage with it on. I'll bring this thing, and I'll throw it on there.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. When Catherine and I had seen Ashley. That afternoon, we had gone out, and it really was. It was that afternoon. We'd gone out and we made some hats, for the podcast, just to promote it. And so as we're leaving the house, I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to take one of these hats with me." Never met Ashley. I don't even know who she is, but I'm going to take this hat. And I left it in the truck. And you were taking a break, and since I was like 2.5 feet from you, I said, I have something for you. Got to go out to my truck. I'll be right back. And so I go out to my truck and I get the hat and I bring it in. Now, it worked out great because Ashley's already wearing a trucker hat to start with. Yeah. So
it wouldn't have mattered, by the way. It would not have mattered if I was wearing a hat already or not.
Right. But it worked, but it was great. So I knew that, I'm in. So I go out to the truck and I go get the hat and I bring it back. And I said, "Here." And she says, "What? Oh, is this for me?" Yeah, no, this is for you. And she's looking at it and she sees it's got my podcast on there. Oh, okay. So of course you got to peel off the price tag underneath on the bill of the hat and then leave the sticker on top of the bill of the hat.
Yeah, because that's a thing.
Yeah, I know. I took it off yesterday, I think on the gray one. So then she wore it the rest of the show. It was awesome.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, she was great.
I love that. I love supporting anybody that I can.
I love it.
For bringing that for me.
No, hey.
And it's a great hat. So thanks.
I'm just trying to promote my podcast. I'm just trying to get it out there. And if you're wearing it when you're at the grocery store and someone's like,
for sure.
What? Mm-hmm. What's that? Exactly. And who's that guy?
Yep.
What does that say? That's all I want.
Yeah, one of my friends, she was in the grocery store a few weeks back and she's like, "Hey, look." She takes a picture of some random guy that has my t-shirt on.
Oh,
I'm like, "Oh, that's so nice."
Well, I didn't see any swag on your website.
I'll bring you one. I'll get you some.
You don't have no. I'll pay for it. Okay, I'll pay for it. I don't need you to give me anything.
That's a good point, though. I need to my website. Oh my gosh, doing all this yourself.
I know it is.
But I just updated my website. I just got asked by a music festival that's in Montana to make a submission to play there. And so I'm like, okay.
Nice.
So before I did that, the submission includes like, put your website in and your YouTube and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, tonight's the night. I'm sitting down again and I'm updating all of this. My website's gonna look so good after this again. I did like I think I was on for like 6 or 7 hours. And I'm like, okay, this is great. And I forget, like, there's it's called Intune blog that was really nice and did a really wonderful article about me recently. And then also I was featured as the 2025 August edition of the Nashville Scene upcoming artists in 2025.
I love it.
So I'm like, all these things are so nice, right? That are like sitting in my house, but they were not on my website. So
I love it.
Gotta include all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
You did have a link for the for that blog. Yeah, I did. I did see that. And it is a good looking website now. They just didn't have any swag on there.
Yeah, okay, I'm on it. Add it to my to-do list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave here and put it in my phone right away.
Shop right there. Boom, shop.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm on it.
Yeah, that's great. I tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give out all your socials. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Ashley Felton Music on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. My TikTok got hacked earlier this year.
What?
My TikTok is not as awesome, but it's gonna get there again. I fought with TikTok for a long time to try to get it back, and there was no hope. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna start a new one.
Wow.
So TikTok as well. There's a few that are uploaded on there now, and you can stream all my music on Spotify and Apple Music and all the other streaming platforms, literally everywhere. And thank you guys for listening to my stuff.
Let me see here. Hang on a second. I'm opening up. Stop that right there. Stop that. There we go. I'm opening up TikTok and I'm going to let's see. Get out of there.
It's now, I think it says Ashley Felton official.
But come on now. Oh, there's the search. Okay. I want to put in Ashley. Oh, okay. I'll have to do this later. I'm going to get Ashley. I'm going to follow. See, I'm still trying to be big time on TikTok. So like, I don't follow anybody. I wait till people follow me. So I have more followers than people I'm following.
Wait,
so
is that a thing?
I don't know if it's a thing, but I have no idea. Come on. I'm an old guy. I don't know if it's a thing. I just want to have more followers than people I'm following. I look more big time.
So smart. I never even thought about that. I just, if I want to follow him, I want to follow him.
But I'm
noted.
But yeah. But I'm going to be following.
I'm learning things too.
Oh, please. Nobody learns anything from me. Trust me. No, not at all. Ashley, this has been a blast.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's been so much fun. You're so great. I love your music for one. I really do. And I'm tough when it comes to country music. I really am, because I'm so what I consider to be old school. And I think I didn't even ask you, but like your modern country, what's modern country to you?
I mean, like just like the artists that I mentioned earlier. You have like Lainey Wilson, you've got Ella Langley, you've got Kelsey Ballerini, you've got Carrie Underwood, all of those modern day.
All right.
So like sounds, I guess.
25 years or so. Okay. So we're kind of in the same area there. Mm-hmm. All right. I now some of that I like and I do appreciate. Some of the 90s artists I do like and appreciate. I think we had talked about it at your show too. Brooks and Dunn, forget about it. Forget about it.
My favorite duo of all time
forget
in the whole world.
The guys are just, they just kill it. And their band, what an outstanding band. Yep. Absolute tremendous musicianship out of that band. Each and every guy. And that's the thing when I go to shows, I'm looking at every single person in the band.
Honestly, I feel like I'm not looking at the artists very much at all, but I'm learning from all of them. Yeah. Like it's so cool.
But so I don't lean a lot into the 90s, and maybe it's because my age, but because I'm a rock and hard rock guy to my core.
Sure.
But I don't lean into a lot of the newer stuff too. The the stuff that was coming out in the 90s, especially the early 90s, all that grunge stuff, forget, I throw it in the wastebasket right over there. Forget it. It's terrible. But I stick to my, pretty much what I grew up listening to. And when it comes to country music, I love I call my classic artists, I mean, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton and Ronnie Millsap and Eddie Rabbitt and even Johnny Cash, and he predates them, but that kind of stuff. That's just kind of like where I come from. I do like my Dwight Yoakam,
Sure.
The tighter the jeans, the better, the jeans so tight, they look like they're painted on, but I love Dwight. I love Dwight. Dwight's great. But it's, to me, like, I'm not a fan of hip hop with a twang. I'm just not.
Okay. We played a show. Yeah. We played a show, and my guitarist sent me this song called Texas Hold'em by Beyonce and said, hey, we're playing a show this weekend. It's probably going to be requested, so you should be ready for this. And I listened to it and I was like, there is no way I am playing this song.
Wow.
We play the show. Sure enough, there's a little kid with a $20 bill that comes up and it's like, can you play Texas Hold'em? And I'm like, shoot.
You like, probably didn't say shoot.
I did not. I may have said a different word. Yeah. But I was like, you've got to be kidding me right now. He's just busting up laughing, right? And I'm like, I don't want to do this so bad. Yeah. But this little kid. So we freaking did the song. And I agree with you. I am there's a lot of things that I think are really cool for this crossover stuff that country music is doing right now. Very cool stuff. Okay. But this hip hop country stuff is it's interesting for us. I almost feel like the same way about that is like the same way I feel about AI and how there's so many people that are using AI to create these songs now and put them out there, and they have more streams than our songs that we put our blood and soul into, right?
Yep.
It's almost like this cheating thing, and it just doesn't sit well with me. So, teach their own. I'm doing me, and
but you're genuine and you're real. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean,
look, yeah, she is genuine and real.
Don't come and request Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. Don't tell you no.
But you know what? You probably can't request Smoky Mountain Rain by Ronnie Millsap either. I don't know. Shoot. You have to work on that one. Dang. Maybe some Alabama.
I could for sure do Alabama.
Okay. All right. Come on.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Some islands in the stream the next time you come. So,
baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine tooth comb. I was soft inside.
Yep.
There was something going on.
Yeah, you've got it. Are you kidding me right now?
Not really.
That was great.
Really. I'm just trying to show off.
I love it. You did great.
Now you're supposed to come in. Oh. You do something to me that I can't explain. Pull me closer and I feel no pain. Wait, I can't remember. I was going to look up the lyrics, but
I love that. This is stuff that I love. Oh my God.
You know what? So you know what? Next time, because it can't happen at House of Blues. It can't happen at Tiki Bar. But next time you're at Happy Hour Saloon, I'm jumping up, and you and I, we're doing Islands
December
in the Stream.
27th. So you better put
no
it in
way.
Super soon.
December 27th.
Yeah, coming. Yeah. I'm gonna make you do it. So
yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come, and we're doing Islands in the Stream.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I thought we were ending already when we did it, but I love it. I love it. You are. This is so much fun, Ashley.
Thank you really for having me.
You are absolutely welcome, and you're welcome to come back anytime you want. I don't care if you have anything to promote or not. You can just come hang.
And
whatever.
we'll just do some karaoke together.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Get crazy.
That's right. So, all right, we'll let you guys go. How's that? Okay. As you know, this program is available wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you stream them. Just search the Ben Maynard program. Boom, it's right there. Subscribe to it, and give me a 5-star rating too, because not only do I deserve it, but she deserves it. She deserves it more than I do. So do that. And then if you've enjoyed this, if you've enjoyed her more than me, and I'm sure you have, and you're watching on YouTube, then thank you for doing that. But subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You'll get notifications every time. Yeah, that's it. You'll get a notification every time a new episode drops. Then you have to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I reply to all your comments. You guys know that. Also, you have to tell 1,000 of your family and friends, okay? You got to tell 1,000 of your family and friends about the Ben Maynard program. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram, simply Ben Maynard program, all one word, or on the TikTok, the Ben Maynard program. We're done. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's all over, but the shock, okay? So again, thank you guys for being here. You guys, behave yourselves. I'll see you next time. This is the Ben Maynard program. Tell a friend.